Oh, okay, I thought maybe I'm not audible. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be dealing with maths 4, right? So I think it's best if we start with differentiation, isn't it?
Fine by me.
Okay, so I still remember, guys, like for those ones who were doing differentiation last time, last block, but you could manage to write your final exams due to certain reasons, right? So we're just gonna continue, and if you have questions, guys, just let me know. Then we can try to assist each other, right? Okay, can you just confirm if you can see my screen, guys?
I can see it.
Yes, Tatenda.
Okay. Uh, is there noise or we are fine? Because if there's noise, I can find another venue which is better.
Now actually I can see. I can hear you.
Okay. So when you talk about differentiation, guys, still remember that differentiation is it's just like the application of what of theorems and laws, right? So that's the same thing that we're going to be doing today. We're just gonna continue with that as well. So let's say, for example, we're going to have our table whereby we have the laws of differentiation. Then from that table, we're going to do certain questions uh, for differentiation and also a little bit of integration.
Hello.
All right, guys. I don't know what happened with my network here. I just got kicked out. So let me just share the screen again. Okay. I don't know what really happened there. Okay. So we're still talking about integration differentiation, right? So the first thing that we need to talk about are the laws of what? Of differentiation. Okay, so we're saying this is maths and 4. So today we're gonna be talking about laws of differentiation. Okay. So when we talk about differentiation in general terms, we're going to have a simple table. And from this simple table, we're going to divide it. And this one, we're just saying this is going to be our y is equivalent to what? To function of x. Function of x, which will be the equation that you're going to be differentiating. Then we also have this, which is going to be y is equals to function derivative of what? Of x. So whenever you see, guys, anything that has to do with the derivative function as in dy over dx or f prime, it means that they want you guys to add to differentiate. So this is going to be dy over what? Dx. Okay, is equals to that the function of x. So the first law that we know is, for example, if they give you something like law number 1, whereby it's y is equals to k x to the power of n, right? So when we're having something like this one, we're saying this is k x to the power of n, right? We consider this thing, guys, as a what? As a term. Okay, and if this is a term, we know that our n is going to be the what? The power. Then our x, that's the what? So this k, this is what? The coefficient, right? Then this is our or the term which is going to be raising the what? The power. So whenever you're having something like this, the dy dx of this one is going to be now dy over dx is equivalent to n. Then you write the equation the way it was. So it is going to be k x n minus what? Minus 1. So you can see that the first thing that you have to do is to multiply with the power, then you subtract the what? 1 from the power. For example, let's say we are having number 1, y is equals to what? 10x squared, like this, right? So if y is equals to 10x squared, we are saying 10, that's the coefficient, right? And 2, that's our what? Our power. So it's going to be now dy over dx is equals to, sometimes you might find out that they write it as, they'll say d over dx open bracket of what? 10x squared will be equivalent to now 2 multiplied by what? 10, because 2, that's our power. Then x 2 minus what? Minus 1, which is going to give us 20x, like this. Okay. Are we together there, guys?
Sure.
Yes, Tatenda.
Okay, so now let's do another equation whereby, let's say, for example, now we're having y is equal to zx to the power of 10. You still see that this is our z, right? So dy over dx, or sometimes which is d over what? Dx of zx to the power of 10 will be equal to, the 10 is to multiply the z, so it's going to be now 10 multiplied what? By z, then x 10 minus 1, which is going to give us something like 10 z x to the power of what? Of 9. Okay. Then let's say this is for you, Lishan. Y is equals to 12x squared. What is your dy over dx on this one?
24x.
24x. Okay, then let me give you one for you to see it. So y is equals to x to the power of 9. What would be d over dx here, Mr. Tisieso?
Oh, 9x.
It's not complete because remember the power has to subtract again. So if you are saying 9x, we still need to subtract this 9 from 1 from this 9.
It's gonna be 9x. 9 minus 1. 4.
8.
Okay.
Don't forget to subtract the 8, right? Same applies
Uh,
if, for example, it's y is equals to 12x to the power of 3. It's going to be now 12 by 3x. 3 minus what? Minus 1. We always subtract the what? The 1. So that's going to give us something like 36x squared. We are together, right?
sure.
All right. So is there anyone, guys, with a problem with the, what they call it, with first law? Okay, so if there's no one, let's go to the second law. The second law is a bit different. Law number 2, whereby we are saying now this is going to be y is equivalent to k a now to the power of nx. So you can see that now, guys, a is actually the one that is raising the what? The power. Are we together? So here x was raising the power, but in this case, a is now being the one which is being raised, which is raising the power. So what you do in this case, you're going to say dy over dx is equivalent to, you write the way, you write the equation the way it is, right? So it's going to be now k a to the power of nx, right? Multiplied by what is raising. Here we are saying if we differentiate this one, right, we're going to get what? We're going to be left with n. So it's going to be n ln the one which is what? Which is raising. Okay, this one is a bit different. So I'm going to look for an equation whereby we can try to do it. Let me just look for an equation. Okay, let's say, for example, having y is equals to 10 the power of 2x, like this, right? So you can see here, guys, that we can not use the first law because x is not raising any power. Are we together there? So what you have to do, you have to go to the second law, whereby you're now saying dy over dx is equivalent to, you write this equation the way it is, right? Multiplied by, then you differentiate this function. If you differentiate 2x, what do you get? If you
2 ln 10.
differentiate 2x, how much do you get? Differentiation of 2x, guys, is what?
2 ln 10.
It's what? Oh, 2 ln 10. Okay, so this is going to be 2 ln of what? Of 10. We get this, guys, by saying if y is equals to a to the power function of x, right? Dy over dx is supposed to be a to the power function of x multiplied by function derivative of what? Of x ln of what? Of a. This is where we get this equation from. We are together there. Let's say we're having y is equals to 10 to the power of 3x squared, right? So here, remember, guys, for you to differentiate this thing, you have to mention that you're not differentiating. So this is going to be d over what? Dx. Put into brackets the thing that you're supposed to what? To differentiate. Then close that bracket. Is equivalent to. So in your mind, remember, guys, you'll be having a formula sheet, right? So the formula sheet will be guiding you all along. So I'm going to send you also these formulas for differentiation so that you can just keep them at the back of your head. So we know that if it's y is equals to a to the power function of x, right? We know that dy over dx is equals to a to the power function of x multiplied by function derivative of x ln a, right? So Mr. Lishin, in this case, what is our function of x in this equation?
Function of x.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on. Oh, are we here by y equals a to the function of x? If we differentiate that,
Yes, that's where we are.
but isn't the answer then that what you just wrote now there? The a no function of x a fx minus 1 multiplied by fx ln a.
So meaning that you know what I wanted only from you. I didn't want the whole answer. I just wanted the function of x. Remember, the function of x is the value which is being raised by what? By a. Can you hear me properly, right?
A bit soft, but it's a bit soft.
Oh, okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So what we are saying, Lishan, is that we're having y is equals to 10 to the power of 3x squared. You see this one here, 3x squared. That's our function of x. We're together, right? From this equation here. You see we're having a and we're having a function of x. So this is basically our function of x. And if we differentiate 3x squared, how much do we get?
6x.
6x. So meaning that this one is going to be 10 to the power of 3x squared multiplied by 6x ln of what? Of 10, which is going to give us something like 60x 10 to the power of what? Sorry, 60x. Let's leave it like this because we are having an x. So let's just leave it at this point to be like this. Okay. Let me try to have another equation again. Say we're having y is equals to k to the power of 10x squared. What do you think is going to be your answer here?
So I think for the f of x is gonna be 10x, 20x.
All right. So can you give me the full answer?
It's gonna be
20x k to the power 10x squared multiplied by ln 10 k ln no
So
2
first of all, write the
2
equation the
ln
way it is, which is 10x squared, right? Multiplied by, right? The derivative function of 10x squared, that's what Mr. TC just said, is what? 20x. Then ln of what? K.
okay. So we're gonna write it the way that it is, then we're gonna differentiate the 10x squared.
Yeah. So first of all, you write, when you're writing your answer, write the way the equation was from the top part, right? Which is
Then
this
we're
part.
gonna
Then
differentiate
after
the
that, differentiate the function of x. After you're done differentiating the function of x, now you write it down, following with what? With ln, the power, the value or the term which is raising the what? The power. Y is equals to d over dx, open bracket, 10, not this one, Um, how much do what will be the answer here? This one is for you, Lishan.
We write it first as it is, and then we get 20. 30 multiplied by 30, 30x. Ln tangasus
Lin
x f. Yeah.
Okay, then this one is for you, Mr. So it's gonna be y is equals to d to the power of 30x squared.
is gonna be d 30x squared times 60x uh lin d.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I think this is our second equation. We are all familiar with it now. We need to move on to third one, whereby we are now saying y is equivalent to k e to the power of nx. So this one is going to be dy over dx is equivalent to, you write the equation the way it is as well. So it's going to be ke to the power of nx multiplied by n ln e. Okay. Here, guys, we need to understand something very, very important here. Okay. You see this n here, guys, and here we are having it as n as well. It only happens if this x is to the power 1. But once x becomes to the power 2, whatever, this n now becomes the derivative function of this what? Of this function here. So here, let's say we're having y is equals to e to the power of 3x, like this. You can see that our x is to the power 1 here, isn't it? So the fact that our x is to the power 1, we're going to have something like dy of what? Dx is equivalent to e to the power of what? 3x multiplied by 3 ln of what? E. We are together there. But guys, ln of E is equivalent to what? To a 1. So meaning that the full answer to this one is going to be e to the power of, sorry, is going to be 3e to the power of what? 3x. Wherever, guys, you see that e is raising here, whenever e is raising, there is no need for you to write ln, this one. So meaning that your whole answer now becomes ke to the power of nx multiplied by n, which is equivalent to n ke to the power of what? Nx, like this.
Can you please make another example, Tatenda?
All right. So let's say we're having y is equals to e to the power of gx, right? So d over dx, opening bracket, e to the power of gx, close this bracket, right, is equivalent to, write this equation the way it is, right? So that's e to the power of what? Gx multiplied by, if you differentiate gx, guys, what do you get?
Lin x.
If we
Ah,
differentiate gx, this one, because remember,
One.
x to the power 1. So if ever x to the power 1, and if you differentiate x to the power 1, it's going to be, for example, if it's going to be x to the power 1, right? Which is equals to 1x to the power of 1 minus what? 1, which is equals to 1x to the power of 0. N number to the power of 0 is equals to what? To
One.
1.
oh,
So what are we left with here? We'll be left with what? Only g, isn't it? Because it's going to be 1 multiplied by what? By g, then we get g, meaning that your answer here becomes g e to the power of what? Gx. There is no need for you to write ln E here, because once you write ln E like this is equivalent to 1. So there's no need for you to write it. Let's say D y is equals to 10, not this one, e to the power of 4x. Here guys, write the equation the way it is first, meaning that it's going to be e to the power of 4x, right? Multiplied by, if you differentiate 4x, how much do you get? Differentiate function of 4x is how much, guys?
It's gonna be x 4 minus 1. Mm.
Differential function of 4x is how much?
It's 4.
It's 4. So multiplied by
Yes.
4. Meaning that this is going to be 4e to the power of what? 4x. Any the question on this one? I think this one is a bit complicated, right?
It is a bit complicated then.
Let me try to have maybe 2-3 questions. Y is equals to e to the power of 5x. So we are saying dy over dx is equivalent to, you write this equation the way it is, which is e to the power of what?
5x.
5x, right? Multiplied by, what is the derivative function of 5x?
5.
5. Meaning that
5.
your answer will be 5e to the power of 5x. So to you, Mr. CS, I know where your problem is. So when we are saying y is equals to what? 5x, right? This thing is the same as saying y is equals to 5, right? Multiplied by x to the power of 1. Are we together? So meaning that this will be
Okay.
now 5, open bracket, x 1 minus 1, right? Here to be 1, which is going to be 5 to the power of 1, x to the power of 0. So we know that n number to the power of 0 is equals to 1. That's going to give us what? 5.
Okay.
Right. Okay, let me give you something. This is for you, Mr. Let me see. Relation is going to be y is equals to e to the power of 7x squared. Then Mr. CS or do me this one is equals to 7x. Who is done? Who wants to do his first? We can do it together.
I can do mine first.
Yeah?
I can go first.
Right, so meaning that dy over dx.
Yes, is equal to, you write that same equation first. Multiplied by what's that, 14 ln e. Yeah, 14 ln e. It must.
But
How do we
remember,
consider that?
It's
if we
raising, so
differentiate,
not gonna be lean because it's raising the, what you call it?
if we differentiate 7x squared, Mr. Lishan, remember we're going to be left with what? 14x, not 14 only. So here we are left with the x here.
Yeah, and ln e.
Ln what?
E.
E. And we said ln e is what?
It's 1.
Right. So meaning that your answer will be e to the power of 7x multiplied by 14x. Mr. TCL, so are you fine here or you have a question?
No, I think let me just try it then.
All right. What about yours? Let's do yours.
So it's gonna
So
we're
we
gonna
are
write the
saying
way it is. To
that's e to the power of 7x, yeah?
the power of 7x times 7
Mm-hmm.
uh
That's it.
se- okay, 7 7
Because it
times
will be 7 ln e. So ln e, we know
7
that is
ln
1.
1 is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let us try to move a bit.
So that then on the exams, like how are you gonna know if maybe they're gonna ask you a question on law 1 or 2 or 3, or it's only gonna depends on what the values are?
I don't know what happened to this network. What were you saying, Mr. Cesar?
I'm saying how are we supposed to know if which laws should we use, or it only depends on the value that we're gonna be given?
It it depends. When you're done with this partner, I'm gonna give you like let's say for example when you get to law number 7, I'll give you like one equation, right? And I'll give you that equation together with formulas on the side. So now you see that okay, here we're supposed to do it 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So now we're on number 3. Let's try to move. It's going to be number 4, whereby we're saying y is equals to k in x. So dy over dx will be equal to k over x. Okay. This one, guys, I like to write it like this. Y is equivalent to k ln function of x. Dy over dx will be equal to k over x ln, sorry, k over function of x prime of x multiplied by function of x prime, like this. Okay, let's say for example we're having y is equals to 10 ln x, right? So this one, guys, is going to be 10 over what? Over x. Y is equals to log x. This one becomes dy over dx becomes 1 over x. Y is equals to, for example, now the problem, let's say for example log 2x, like this. Dy over dx of this will be equal to 1 over 2x multiplied by, now we have to differentiate this one because we can see that at the bottom here we're having something that we can differentiate, right? Remember, if we differentiate x we get 1, so that's why we are not multiplying this one. But now if we differentiate to x, we're going to get 2, meaning that this is going to be 2 multiplying 1 over what? 2x. This one cancels and we're left with what? 1 over x. Let's say we're having y is equals to log x squared. This one is becomes dy over dx is equals to 1 over 3x squared multiplied by what? 6x, which becomes now 6x over 3x squared. So this one cancels here to give us 2 over what? X. Are we together on this one?
So you cancel the 6x with a 3, or
So we said 3 into 3, that's 1. 3 into 2, that's 2. X into x1, x into x squared, x. So now it's 2 times 1 over 1 times x.
yeah.
But complex at the end. Can you go with another example, please?
Right? Y is equals to log 10x squared, right? This one, we're gonna say dx open bracket log 10x squared is equivalent to, right? Remember guys, if ever you're having log or ln, the first thing is to say 1 over the thing which is after the log. We are together, right? So 1 over the thing which is after the log is what? Is 10x squared. Then after that, we are supposed to multiply by that thing which was after the log. So if we multiply, if we differentiate 10x squared, how much do we get, guys?
20x.
20.
20x, right? So in other words, now we're having something like 20x over 10x squared, right? 10 into 10 is 1, 10 into 20 that's 2, x into x is 1, x into x squared, that's what? X. So 2 times this, we get what? 2 over x.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Sure, now I'm okay. I don't know about Nishan.
Listen,
I
are you
get it
okay?
now. Yes.
Okay, listen. So if we're having lean, give me the d over dx of this.
1 over 40x squared multiplied by 80x. And then squared, yes, and then you half.
Okay. Mr. So it's your turn now. Let me just erase here. Okay, give me the answers. D over
Gonna
dx
be,
is equals to what?
it's gonna be 1 over
Mm-hmm.
50 x cubed
Mm-hmm.
times
Mm-hmm.
150x is equals to
150x.
wait, 150x squared.
Okay. Which is equals to 150x squared
X squared
over
over
50, right?
50. So
So this one becomes what? 3 over x.
over x.
I think everyone is fine here. So now let's move on. Number 5. If it's y is equal to um, k log ax, this one becomes dy over dx is equals to k over x ln of a. Okay, so for now I think we have 5 equations which we need to play with. Okay, so I need to have, let me check something here. Because remember, when you're writing, you're going to be having these question papers, right? So I need us to be familiar with the questions. Okay, so yeah, making equation 3 huh? Okay. So basically, this is what you're going to be having when you're writing exams, right? I'm not gonna have all the 5 that I gave you guys. So meaning that you have to also remember some of them. So this is for you, Mr. TCS. So you said, how do you know that we are supposed to use this and this?
So
So it's easy. You'll be having an equation like, for example, um, y is equals to, they'll say basically something like find dy over dx if y is equivalent to 3x squared plus 3e to the power of 4x plus 10 to the power of 2x squared plus z. Okay, so here, when you're having something like this, there's no need for you to try to add these things, right? So what we want to do here in the examination, you can say, for example, this one here is going to be your first term, this one is going to be your second term, and this one is going to be your third term, and this one is going to be what? Your fourth term.
okay. So
So now we're going to say the first term here is y is equals to what? 3x squared, right?
Yes.
So dy over dx of this is equals to what? First of all, you have to talk about the law, right? Which law is this one?
The
first law
first law,
First law, right? So meaning that what's your answer here?
6x.
6x
6x, right? Then you go to the second law, that's the second part. The second part, you have to take it from the what? The positive sign. So it's positive 3, so it's going to be like y is equals to 3e to the power of what? 4x, right? So meaning that dy over dx of this is equals to what?
3e 3e 4x
Mm-hmm.
times
Multiplied.
12.
Where are you getting the 12 from? Because
Ah,
remember, you're supposed to
That's
only
4.
differentiate this.
yes, yes.
4.
So that's
Times
4
times
ln
4.
E,
Then
and we
E,
said ln
Then
E is
e
what? Is
1.
1.
1. Meaning that this is going to be now 12e to the power of what?
4x.
4x. 12, we are getting it from 3 multiplied by what?
4.
By 4.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then we go to third term, which is 10 to the power of 2x squared,
Squared.
right?
Yes.
So dy over dx of this is equals to what?
Write
First
the
of all, I
second
told
thing
you to
first.
write the term the way it is, right? So that's 10 to
10
the power
2x squared
of 2x squared, right?
times
Multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
Multiplied by what's that? 4 ln 2. Nah, 10 ln 10.
What about the e if we differentiate 2x squared, I'm not going to get
3x.
only 4. We
4x.
get 4x, isn't
4x
it?
Yes, 4x.
4x, ln of what?
10.
Of 10, right? Now, the fourth term they're saying is what?
It's
Y
2.
is equals to z. dy over dx of this one is equivalent to what?
There's no x in there, so we don't
So what would be
differentiate
the
that.
answer?
It's 0.
0. Okay. So now when you write this equation, now we're going to say dy over dx is equivalent to 6x plus 12e to the power 4x plus, this is going to be 100, right? 2x squared multiplied by, sorry, I lied here. This is going to be 10 the power of 2x squared multiplied by 4x ln of 10, then plus 0. Then you're done, right?
So how many marks? How many marks is this? Is this question to then?
every question, every term will be having its marks. So for this one, it will be 4 marks. But remember, you don't need to write all this thing in your text, in your whatever script. You just have to work it out on the side. Then you just put the answers later on.
Oh, okay.
Right. I want you guys to try something here for me. Let me just say. You're gonna say find dy over dx if y is equals to 10x cubed plus z e to the power 4x squared plus 10 to the power of 10x plus 10 to the power of 6. Yeah. So that's basically 4 marks. I'm giving you guys maybe let's say 5 minutes. Let's try it.
Sorry, Tatena, can I not give my answer?
I think he muted, man. What did you get?
My full answer is 30x squared plus 2e 4 to the power 4x squared multiplied by 8 ln
Hmm.
8x ln 2e plus 10 to the power 10x multiplied by 10 ln 10 plus 0.
Mm. Come on, Matt is showing us flame song. So you said you never went to Kimberley, what you call it, Kuruman, and fetch your result.
No, and you?
And when I haven't went that side also. So what about the other guy? When last did you speak to him?
I haven't spoken to him yet, and SC, I've been away from Katusika since we finished the exam still.
Okay. So but then do you manage to talk to Chloe regarding work?
She just said as soon as they're post available, they'll start contacting the old people again. But I can't
Because
say
now
when that is.
there's gonna be post now available because they have charge and post modes.
Is it?
Yeah, they have 3 charge and post.
Which are you on pre-strip?
Yeah.
How many shifts are there? Four.
Still 4. So then.
And regarding
Sure,
the,
are you done?
they said so.
So
Regarding the mine, are they operating at 100% now again?
yeah, they are, man.
Okay, so there's plenty of shovels that need maintenance work.
Yeah, plenty are coming in.
Okay, right.
So then.
Sure, are you done? Lishan is laughing. Yeah, give me the answers.
Can I give mine first, Tatenda?
Yeah, it's fine.
I have 30x squared plus 2e to the power 4x squared multiplied by 8 ln 2e.
Yeah,
8x
yeah, yeah,
ln
yeah, yeah. Okay, multiplied by what?
8x ln 2e
Okay.
plus 10 to the power 10x multiplied by 10
Uh-huh.
ln 10 plus 0.
Okay, this is Lishan. What about Mr. Tisieto?
I got the same result as them.
The same.
Mm.
This one, all of you guys failed it. Remember, we are saying ZE to the power. Okay, use it as 2, it's fine. So I'm going to use it as 2. We are saying it's 2e to the power 4x squared. What is raising 4x, guys? It's only e, not 2. Meaning that this is going to be 2e to the power 4x squared multiplied by 8x ln e, not 2e, because 2 is not raising the power, it's only e. So basically this is going to give us 2e to the power 4x squared multiplied by 8x, because ln e, that's 1, which is going to give us 2e to the power 4x multiplied by 8x. So this part here is the one that we're going, that's also going to be a problem.
So that is the third law. No.
Yeah, this basically those finite laws. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So since case we are two, we have to discuss something also on the number of hours that you might need to attend, ne? Because based on the schedule that you are having, you're supposed to push for 3 hours, but I know after 3 hours, I'll be alone here.
Definitely.
So how many hours do you think are suitable for you guys, the class?
I would say about an hour and a half per subject should be okay for me. Close to 2 hours. But
Okay,
not
then
very.
Mr. Tisieto.
Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with Lishan. I think more than 2 hours, it's just torture. Because we'll be processing too much information we'll be processing too much information. So I think maybe 2 hours max. I think it will suffice.
All right, so it's fine. So we're just gonna make them 1 hour 30 minutes, and if ever we find out that we are a bit behind schedule, since you're only doing 2 modules, guys, I'll have to now check when are you free. Then we can also redo those. You can also take down the other 1 hour 30 minutes, because it doesn't help to just have 3 hours and you guys don't understand anything.
Sure.
Okay, so now let's just finish up for today. We're gonna have so now let's go to the next part. Lishin, are you also working?
Currently I'm retrenched now at the moment.
Okay. Something will come out, man.
Soon.
Yeah, so let's go to the logarithms. So here is going to be y is equals to function of x, and this is going to be dy over dx is equals to f prime of what? X. So here we are going to have 1, y is equals to k sine nx, right? This one is going to be now dy over dx is equal to now n k cos nx. Okay, I'll explain all these ones. I want to write them down first. Number 2, we have y is equals to k cos nx. Dy over dx will be equal to negative n k sine nx. Then we also have number 3, whereby we're saying y is equals to k. You also write these ones down, guys, right? Dy over dx will be equal to n k sec squared nx. Then we have number 4, whereby we are saying y is equals to k cosec nx. So dy over dx is equivalent to negative n k cosec nx cot nx. Then we have number 5, which is y is equals to k cot nx. So dy over dx will be equal to negative nk cosec squared nx. Okay. Left with 1. Let me just try to squeeze it. Okay. Squeeze it like this.
Tatenda,
Yeah.
while you're writing, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
But it's not regarding the subject that we're doing now, the topic that we're on now.
All right, all right.
How many students are we supposed to be?
For this block we're not that many. I think you're 5.
5.
Hmm.
And as and for like full-time students, how many students are there at the college?
For full-time students.
Yeah.
So you know what happens? Like you guys, you are a bit. What can I say? There are two groups of people, right? We have those ones who are attending face-to-face or contact classes, right? So those ones are many, man. They'll be around 40 or something. And then there is you guys. Those ones are only doing what they call it, online only. So you guys are being around 4.
And okay, after this block, if we finish these 2 subjects, do we move on to the third block with the N5 subjects?
Yeah.
Okay, so around next year we should be finished with N6.
Yeah, if ever you don't fail this block, you're gonna be done. But this one is these modules are easy, guys.
Isn't N4 more difficult than the other 2?
Once you get the basic, the N4 is basically for the basic. So if you miss the basic, it's going to be a problem for you. Right. So let's start with sign. We are saying if y is equals to 10 sine 4x, right? dy over dx of this, you're going to take this 4 here, right? You multiply by 10 to get what? 40 cos 4x. They're together, right? So whenever you say, whenever you differentiate sign, you're going to cos. Let's say y is equals to sine 15x. What will be your dy over dx of this one?
15
45
cos.
This is 15. This is sine 15.
or sign. I think it's 5. So
Yeah, it will be what your answer?
15 cos 15x.
15 cos 15x, right? Then if we're having y is equals to 7 sine 3x, what will be your dy over dx?
It's 21.
21 cos
3x, right?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, but these ones are self-explanatory, right? There's like, if, for example, now if you're having 2 cos 3x, how much do you get here?
It would be negative 6 sine 3x.
Okay. So basically, guys, that's all about these. Look at these things, right? So I don't wanna put a lot of pressure on you guys. So what we're gonna do for now, we're gonna end here. Then we're going to do product and quotient rule later on. I was suggesting that since you said you can only push if we don't finish hour 30, if we don't finish within 1 hour 30, right, we can now say we're going to have a break for maybe up to 7, then we're going to have a class for maybe like 45 minutes at 7. Is it fine with you?
it's fine with me.
Can you repeat again?
Listen,
Can you repeat again?
I'm saying for now, let's say for example, we end for now so that at least you can understand and just like grab what we're doing. Then we can choose between 7 or 8, then you just have like a 45 minutes because we're left with only like 2 things that we need to cover there.
Can we do it around 7:30? Because I have to fetch my mom at work close to 7 o'clock.
Okay, can we do it at 8?
It's a bit chilly that time of the night, but let's see. Yeah.
Is 8 fine?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
8 p.m., right?
Yes.
All right. So I'll see you guys at 8. It's not going to be that long, guys. Maybe like 30 minutes to 45 minutes will be done.
Then it's no problem to attend.
All right. All the best. See you.
Shop to the end.